What's going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings drafted Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy, number 10 overall in this year's draft, the highest quarterback drafted in team history. And of course, we're just like little kids on Christmas. Like we open our presents, we got our toys, and we just want to play with them right away. But you're told you got to wait a year. That's the plan, right? So Kevin O'Connell and the staff have talked openly about, JJ McCarthy's got some things to work on, footwork-wise, technique-wise, learning an NFL playbook, as well as adjusting to the pro game. And Sam Darnold has been installed as quarterback 1 all offseason and will remain so in training camp. But will there be a point during training camp, preseason, to start the year, that the Vikings will potentially start the rookie JJ McCarthy? I think it's a non-zero chance, right? Because there's a couple of factors that go into it. So let's talk about them. So here are 5 ways that JJ McCarthy could start as a rookie in 2024. Number 1, Thanos. But really, number 1, he earns it. And that's the obvious one, where it doesn't matter what kind of rookie you are, whether it's Russell Wilson coming out of the stupid Wisconsin Badger program, although he's an NC State guy, but he earning the job over Matt Flynn in Seattle back in the day, even though Seattle had just paid Matt Flynn significant quarterback money. But it could be a spot, too, where McCarthy, he's a rookie, yes, but McCarthy has been sticking around TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill, working with Adam Thielen, studying the playbook, really getting into things, and you know that he's motivated, where he's won everywhere he's gone, high school, national championship, college, national championship as well. Hopefully in the NFL he can win a national championship. That'd be fantastic, man. But I do think that the talent is there, and the one thing about JJ McCarthy, you know that he's not going to be outworked. And that's something that is good, where he's going to be the first in the building, last to leave, and it's legit. Like, he loves the game. He doesn't he plays the game because of the love of the game. He doesn't play the game to get the thing that the game can bring, whether it's fame, whether it's money, whether it's all the other ancillary stuff. He's a football junkie, and I'm really looking forward to see the future. Now, the future could be now. And it could be a spot where he just rips the cover off the ball and he looks like the best quarterback. I think he's going to have to significantly look like the better quarterback in training camp and preseason over Darnold to earn that starting job right away. Next up, number 2, alien abduction. So don't want to talk about it. So it's kind of like Macbeth or Voldemort. But stuff happens, right? And alien abductions / injuries, they do happen, and it could be a spot where he's potentially tossed onto the field before Kevin O'Connell and company want him to be out there, right? And it just sort of is what it is. But moving on very quickly, number 3, Darnold ain't it. Now, I have a lot of faith in slinging Sam Darnold, the former number 3 overall pick in 2018, the pride of USC. But it hasn't worked out quite yet. And you look at his time with the Jets, it's the Jets. It was Adam Gase. You look at his time with the Panthers, it was Matt Rule. It was just not a good situation. And he was a backup last year with the Niners. But it could be a spot where he just proves that he's not the guy. Even though if he can't succeed here with O'Connell and McCown and JJ and Addison and Hawkinson and Darrisaw and O'Neal and Aaron Jones, if he can't succeed here, he can't succeed anywhere. Like, this is the reverse of New York, Sinatra style, right? So Darnold proves that he's not it, in conjunction with McCarthy earning it. I mean, that's his ticket there. But I feel like if McCarthy earns the job out of the gate, it won't necessarily be because of Sam Darnold being bad. I think that Darnold has a chance to be very solid, but McCarthy is just that much better, and he's going to have to be for O'Connell to throw aside his redshirt plan. We'll see. Number 4, Kevin O'Connell thinks the time is right. Now, there's been a lot of in-depth talk about how McCarthy, not just before the start of the season, every single day has benchmarks and things that he has to learn and improve upon. Now, he made mistakes at OTAs. He made mistakes at mandatory minicamp. That's what rookies do. Hell, that's what established starters do. But the thing is, you learn from them, you grow and show, and every single day you get just a little bit better. It's a cliche that coach speak and players speak, they toss out all the time, but it's absolutely true. And with McCarthy staying here, grinding every single day, and also the fact that rookies get a couple-day head start on the veterans, so McCarthy gets a little bit of extra time one-on-one with the coaches. I think that he does have a chance to completely turn heads because training camp's a grind. There's a lot of time for him to make an impression, as well as in preseason games as well. I mean, Darnold, new to the system, it looks like he's probably going to be playing significant snaps in preseason as well. So we'll see. But if Kevin O'Connell decides that, hey, here's the thing too. Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell are literally bettering their jobs on JJ McCarthy. Now, they may rightfully get extensions before the start of the season, both Kwesi and O'Connell, but it'll likely sync up with the rookie contract of JJ McCarthy. They bet it all that he is the future of the franchise, and O'Connell's not going to take that decision lightly. Like, he understands the process of developing a quarterback in the National Football League because he's seen the good, he's seen the bad, and he's seen the ugly. And he understands that if McCarthy crashes and burns, like if he gets tossed out there before he's ready and the confidence is shot and he gets David Card, it's going to be his job, and he knows it. Lastly, number 5. So this doesn't really necessarily have to do with McCarthy, but it works in conjunction. So McCarthy proves that he earns it, and the offensive line and run game are improved. Kevin O'Connell could feel a lot better about the situation because even if JJ McCarthy looks fantastic and he's ready to go, if that interior offensive line looks like ass, thank you, and they're not able to run the ball, and they're not able to have plausible play action like Kevin O'Connell wants and where J.J. McCarthy thrives, I don't think he's going to put him out there. So it's part and parcel that the offensive line looks good. Now, Darrisaw and O'Neal are obviously going to be good to go. That's the schedule. Darrisaw and O'Neal obviously going to be good to go, but hopefully Bradbury can get things together this year, and hopefully that back stays healthy, and whoever wins the guard spots, Brandel, Reisner, Ed Ingram, whoever, just if you're solid up front, and Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler, they're able to run the ball and give McCarthy a little bit of protection in the passing game, as well as protection in the running game, which is a young quarterback's best friend, it might be good to go there, because if there's no protection, McCarthy won't have time to get the ball to Jefferson and Addison and eventually Hockenson, so it's a moot point. All right, but that really needs to be shored up to be good to go. But I actually do think that I still think that it's like a 90% chance that Darnold is your week 1 starter, but that 10% ain't nothing. And I think that if you're going to bet on a horse, bet on the guy who's going to grind every single day, give it every single practice, put in the work in the film room, in the meeting rooms, everything on the practice field. McCarthy's going to do it. So I'm not ready to rule him out. I'm really not. Now, it could be a spot 2 where maybe he doesn't open as a starter, but maybe things get sped up. Maybe week 7 he's in there. Maybe week 9 he's in there, etc. And I don't put a lot of stock in people pinpointing when McCarthy is going to start, and that really is more contingent on Darnold being meh or ass. But no, I'm talking about legitimately Darnold looking, McCarthy looking so damn good that he can't be denied the job. And I think that's what's going to have to take. But your thoughts are thoughts. 5 ways McCarthy starts in 2024. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skol, production value.